So we're here at São Bento station in Porto, Portugal, and we're going to talk about how our neurons work, okay? So take a look at this wonderful place. It's very beautiful. Remember that Cajal from Spain was one of the first authors to actually see the structure of a neuron? Well, let's use the train tracks to make an analogy. So imagine the train tracks are long filaments that take you everywhere. And I'm standing inside the cell body. So this is where a lot of filaments come out to all different directions in our brain. And the filaments are like the axons of our neurons. They will connect with other filaments that are going in different directions. And every platform will be like a synapse, which means that in the platforms there's a lot of exchange of information. The trains, they work like the electrical signals, so you can see when the trains are going from Porto to Vila Nova de Famalicão, for example, carrying information. And the people coming out of the trains, they work kind of like the neurotransmitters or the brain chemicals that will also send signals to different parts of the brain so that we can do different things. So this is how our brains work when we're talking about the neural networks. It is complicated and the scale is much bigger than that. We have billions of neurons in our brains. But the analogy, as I told you before, is good, is useful for us to understand better. See you in a bit. Okay, so I'm here inside a coffee shop somewhere in Porto because I was freezing. It's really cold outside, but let's talk about the neuron structure. Well, as you can see, this is a neuron, okay? So this is the cell body with the nucleus inside, and then there are some ramifications that you can also see here. They're called dendrites. The long filament that we discussed before, like the train track, is called the axon. That's where electrical signals travel all over. Here, the little things here, this gap is called synapses. So as you can see, they don't touch. And this is the end of this cell, and this is the end of this cell, right? And when they connect here, there's a lot of exchange of information. So these two cells are communicating through electrical signals and also brain chemicals that we call neurotransmitters. Now, this cell is called the presynaptic cell, and this is the postsynaptic cell. And here there is a lot of transmission and reception of electrical signals and neurotransmitters. So I'd like you to think about this. This is gonna help you remember. And sorry about the handwriting. My hands are still frozen. Preposition, which means pre-synaptic cell, post-synaptic cell, transmission and reception. Got it?